In 2024, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a YouTube court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the 2A team. All right, guys, welcome to episode 5. I guess it's me and Silver and Black for now. We got 218 patches available. They're linked to the video already, so just click the product link. Pick up a 218 patch. You'll greatly support all of the 218 members. The patches are $15. It's $3 for each of the members, so I mean, it's not really a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. Also, we have the patch bundles, so if you want the 218 patch, 2A Ninja patch, the Silver and Black patch, the Eyes and Ears, the Justin Worst, the Citizen 2A Citizen patch. All of them will be discounted, so they'll be $10 each. Normally the bigger patches, the circular ones are 15, and then my patch is $12, and I don't know what you guys sell your individual patches for, so you get a discount if you buy the bundle. We have, as always, SC14, the greatest gun cleaner on the face of the earth,
Yeah.
biodegradable, safely removes carbon, lead, and copper, non-toxic. I mean, I could spray this on my tongue and be fine.
It smells really good too.
Also, want to give a huge shout out to Mantis. I'll have an affiliate link for Mantis, and that will support each of us. Uh, Mantis is a great way to dry fire. I got to talk with some of the people at the Mantis booth at SHOT Show. Um, it's really cool some of the stuff they have coming out. So check out my Mantis video on their new Titan. And yeah, we're gonna get right into the podcast. Kind of wanted to do a SHOT Show recap, and then we'll probably just talk about some other random things. It's just me and Silver and Black for now. I think Justin Worst's house like exploded or something,
Mhm.
and Mark was eating dinner, and we haven't heard from Citizen 2A Citizen, so they may hop on here at some point, but for right now it's just us.
Yeah. So right on. Ninja, how was SHOT Show, man?
So SHOT Show was it was pretty surreal being my first time in Vegas, first time at SHOT Show, first time like flying on a plane, so I got to experience a bunch of new stuff for the first time. Vegas was crazy. I don't know if you have ever been out there, but
I've been there once. Been there
yeah,
once.
it's crazy to I like around here we have like forest and I've never seen mountains like that before. So I mean, I'm sure Colorado mountains and stuff like that are a lot bigger, and I know you got that big mountain out by where
Hmm.
you live, but the mountains were cool. We got to see some of the mountains in the desert. The first day we got there on a Sunday, so the SHOT Show didn't actually start until that Tuesday. So we had Sunday. We really didn't do a whole lot Sunday because we got there at, I want to say like noon or 1 or something like that. We go to the
Hmm.
airport, we get our baggage and stuff. My dad sees a slot machine at the airport. He throws a 20 in, he hits 50 bucks. So he won 50 bucks there. We go to the hotel. The Circus is where we stayed. It's like full of children, and we have casinos here in St. Louis, so like you got to be 21 to be in the casino. But down there, like there was kids running around the casino floor, like it's a little bit different down there.
Hmm.
And people are like smoking and drinking, and that's one of the things I was like, man, you really gonna let kids like on the casino floor around all that stuff? But
Yeah. And 24 hours a day,
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, so we did that. We gambled. I sold my Glock 43X right before we went to right before we left, and I took that money, put it on black on roulette, and I won. So I doubled my money right there. We gambled pretty much the first day. Second day, we went out to sightseeing pretty much. We went to all the New Vegas locations, Good Springs, Prim. Uh, Basically took the 15 down to Prim, like through California, went up Nipton Road, and then back up the 95 to the Hoover Dam and saw a bunch of stuff. Um, got back to the
Yeah, what was that
hotel.
little spot that you stopped at?
Good Springs,
The
that
little,
little,
oh,
huh?
what was it, like a little TV show type of a setting or something?
That little western looking town.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was Good Springs. It's been in some TV shows, like some older westerns, maybe some
Mm.
movies too. But it's a town in a video game, Fallout New Vegas. There's like a
Oh
bunch
yeah.
of Vegas locations there. So yeah, we went to a few of those that like the locations that were in the game. So that was pretty fun. It was cool to see all that. Second day, or that was the second day. Third day was SHOT Show. We got up, went to the show. We parked at the West Gate, which there's like a little monorail that runs to like different hotels. So with our SHOT Show passes, we had access to that monorail for free. Well, it wasn't for free, but it was like 25 bucks. And we parked at the West Gate. There was coincidentally antique gun show at the West Gate, and they let us park for free there because they thought that's what we were going to.
Hmm.
So they're like, "Yeah, you guys can park for free." So we took the monorail to the SHOT Show, which was at Caesar's Forum and the Venetian Expo, which they're like right next to each other. And we got to see on the first day, we just kind of walked around. We did a couple interviews. A couple of them I haven't even uploaded yet. Gators eyewear, Gator glasses. Um, we did the patch ops, which was as soon as you walked in, like that was the first the little deal there. They had Ohio Ordnance, and then Patch Ops was right there. And my dad was like stopping at every single like rinky dink booth. Not saying Patch Ops was rinky dink, but any booth, like he's like, "Oh, let's do an interview. Let's do an interview." I'm like, "Man, I want to see the stuff I want to see." So yeah, I was kind of forced into a couple interviews. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was cool to see like the Ohio Ordnance booth, the machine guns that they make and stuff, which of course we can't get any of those. And then
Yeah.
we I had a scheduled meet with Bear Creek, which I cut my finger open, and that kind of put
Yeah.
a damper on the whole day. I was bleeding all over the place. But before we left, I went to um, Uintal Precision, which those are the people that make the bolt action uppers or the bolt action ARs, and we got the interview with them. Those guys were really cool.
Hmm.
Um, what else? Yeah, then we walked around for a little bit. I ended up finding a Band-Aid and I forget it was K-Bar knives. My dad was going around to like knife makers and it's like, "Hey, we'll do a review on your product." And I'm thinking like, "Dude, these big brands aren't gonna send a knife to do a review on."
Mm-mm.
He was trying to get a bunch of free stuff using me as a using my subscriber count. He's like, "Yeah, man, we got about 45,000 subscribers. We'll do a video with you guys." He's trying to get like an e-bike. He's trying to get all kinds of shit. I was like,
E-bike.
"Dude, yeah, a $5,000 e-bike." But anyway, I got the Band-Aid from K-Bar, and then I was like, I wasn't really feeling it after I cut my finger, so I was like, let's just head back.
Man, you almost
And
need an IFAC to go to SHOT Show these
yeah,
days.
for real. Well, I shouldn't have grabbed a hold of that knife. He's like, "Here, hold this," and I was like, "Okay," and it sliced my finger open. I didn't even feel it at first, and I looked down, and it was bleeding.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that happened. Then we left, so that was pretty much a day wasted. Other than we got to see a couple things. And we were gonna check out the Wooks booth. We actually did check it out, and I believe we met up with the owner. He's a
Uh,
really old guy.
Okay.
Italian guy. I don't know if he was the owner or not, but yeah, we met up.
Probably.
We talked to him. My dad was really interested in doing an interview with him, but we didn't get to.
The lady that runs the booth out there, Cassie,
Hmm.
she's the one that I email back and forth and stuff like that. She's a really nice lady. She knows what's up too, man. They
Yeah.
got good products, man.
Well,
They
there was Wooks and then there was Manelli, which I believe they might be like sister companies or partners or whatever. So we didn't
sound like
really
an
get to
Italian
do an
company.
interview with those guys. We left, we ate, then we just gambled. Like my dad freaking he back here, he didn't really go to the casino, but he does those scratch offs a lot.
Hmm.
And in Vegas, in Nevada, there's no scratch offs. So we went down to the lotto store in Prim. This was the previous day when we did all our sightseeing. He got a bunch of scratch offs, and we actually won. We actually profited, which is pretty rare for scratch offs.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
him and gambling, like he was playing blackjack. We freaking dude, he lost like 3 grand
Mm.
overall during the whole week, and I only brought $1,000 to gamble, and I came home with $500. So,
That's not bad. You had fun, you know what I
and
mean?
I gambled all week, so I won and lost and won and lost. So I mean, $500 to gamble all week is decent. So,
Yeah, not bad at all.
but the third day we went, did a couple other interviews. We had Brownells, which really wasn't, I didn't get an interview with them, but I talked to a guy that worked at AvantLink, which I thought he was with Brownells, but he just handles Brownells AvantLink stuff. So I did get some insider stuff on AvantLink, which was pretty cool.
Hmm.
Um, he was telling me about how they do the cookies to track the clicks and all that. He said they're wanting to start doing server to server. So, for instance, like if you're in incognito mode or private browsing, anybody who clicks on a link, it's not going to track it. So, like you
Mm.
could be missing out on commissions for stuff like that. So, with the
Mm.
server to server, none of that's going to matter. It's just going to be server to server. So it's going to get counted, which
That'll
hopefully
be
they
cool.
do that because I feel like a lot of I know some of the stuff that I bought hasn't been counted. Um, yeah, so we talked to
Yeah.
them. We got to see some of the stuff at Brownells. The new BRN 180 Gen 3. That's pretty much the only new thing they have. We had another interview. Oh, with Mantis. Mantis and Brownells are pretty close to each other.
Hmm.
So yeah, we I wanted to talk about Mantis. I was talking to Elise over at Mantis, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, I didn't get to meet her. Well, I kind of did, but she was like, there was another guy wanting to do an interview right at the same time as I got there, even though I had mine scheduled. So, Kayla actually helped me out. Shout out to Kayla. We talked about the new Mantis Titan, which is, I'm sure you guys have seen the video, but it's
Hmm.
the Glock clone. And I was talking to Elise over the email about it, and she seemed pretty interested in checking out the podcast and the 50-day challenge that we're getting ready to start doing once Justin actually gets it figured out. Yeah, the dry fire with that Glock, some of the people were like not really understanding, and we had just talked about like Glock triggers and the grip on the Glock and stuff like that. So you couldn't really
Yeah.
see it on the video, but when I was using the app, I would I would squeeze the trigger with the trigger like right here, and it gave me like a 70 something percent. And I moved my finger forward to about here. It gave me a little bit higher, and then I fine tuned it, and I was up to like mid 90s. So I
Mm.
mean, that actually translates into pulling your trigger better, and then you could also work on your grip and just the fundamentals of dry firing, not even pulling the trigger. Obviously, there's going to be a couple things like you're with it being a laser gun, like you're not going to anticipate the recoil, so you're not going to flinch usually.
Yeah.
There's a couple things like that where it's going to help you with the fundamentals, but it's also going to help you with trigger pull, like where to pull the trigger, how to hold it, and stuff like that. So it's definitely a good thing to use with the dry fire. And the same thing goes for like the AR. So that Mantis app, they've got a lot of different like drills and training and stuff that can help you besides dealing with recoil and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
everything up until the actual shot. So all that
Mm.
stuff definitely plays a factor in your accuracy. Um,
Yeah. So it'd be good to use for like you're saying, for that first shot,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
finger placement on the trigger,
and
stuff
grip,
like that.
grip and
Pull
all
in.
that.
Yeah,
And
grip.
even your transition, so from going from one to the
Oh yeah.
next.
Yeah,
And
that
it
was cool.
Yeah, and it shows your data in real time too, so you could say, "Hey, I'm doing this and I'm doing this," and then I'm pulling the trigger. Well, you kind of went over to the right and then back to the left, or you went, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then they said dots, not dashes. So you want when you pull the trigger, you want it steady and you want to pull it. You don't want to pull it and kind of jerk it. You know what I mean? So all
What
that
would be
stuff,
really cool, a Ninja, is if they like maybe collabed with PlayStation, or even you know how they have their app. If they have a certain part in the app that maybe you can screen mirror to a TV
get ready for
or
this.
they're
Get
trying.
ready for this because I'm about to get into it.
Oh, right.
They've got, the Oculus VR.
Mm-hmm.
They've got an app for the Oculus. I don't know if it's out yet, but you put the VR headset on, you get your Blackbeard or your Titan, whatever Mantis product,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have a virtual range.
Yeah, see?
And then they also have it for the augmented reality glasses, which are, I think they're a little bit more expensive, but I mean, if you have them already, it'd be good. So the augmented reality, you can see everything, but it will also show you like targets.
Mm.
And then they have the Raven, which is like it I'm not sure if it comes with its own projector or not, projector and screen, but it's the Raven. We didn't get to look at it, but the Raven is like from what I understand, it was a projector with a screen, and then you just shoot at the screen with your laser. So that's a pretty cool thing. They also have a bunch of new Blackbeards. They got Blackbeards for the AKs coming out. They got Blackbeards for the G36, which probably most people don't have, but I mean they do offer them. What else? AR9s. They got Blackbeards for AR9s now. Well, not now, but they're coming out. I tried to film some of the other Blackbeards that they had, but people were picking them up and playing with them. So,
And they do
um,
have that device that attaches to the pick rail, right? So you
yep,
could basically put it on
yeah,
any
you could
fire.
put it on anything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
they're just expanding their Blackbeard series. So, I mean, a bunch of different guns for the Blackbeard. You got the AKs, the AR9s, the Scar, which they might have already had the Scar. I'm not sure, but yeah. So Mantis was really cool. And then we talked to one of the guys at Mantis on the way to the airport when we left. He was just there, and I had my SHOT Show hoodie on. He's like, "You guys went to SHOT Show?" I was like, "Yeah." And I saw his Mantis jacket, and we got to talking. He's like, "Yeah, actually got the Titan in my bag," and I was like, "Man, that's gonna be crazy going through security with that thing." Tried to explain it to him what it is.
Yeah, Mantis, definitely one of the best in-house training devices
Yep,
that I know.
definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we are affiliated with Mantis, so I mean, check
Yeah.
the affiliate link if you guys are interested in buying any Mantis products. Greatly help support the podcast, all of us. Um, what
Yes, sir.
else? What else did we do?
That it was getting a lot of hate. The
Oh
pivoting
yeah.
butt stuff. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was the next day, which I think the Mantis and the Brownells were the only two things we really like did interviews with that day. So the next day, more gambling at night at the casino. We gamble every night. So none of that was noteworthy, I guess. Lost some money. But yeah. So the next day we got up, we we spent the full day pretty much there. I mean we went and got something to eat, but we came back. So
Did
yeah,
you guys
the
eat at any good places? Like, was there any good places to eat out there that you guys ate at?
In and out, obviously I've never been to In and Out, so that was fun. and we talked about that a little bit. I got the double double animal style and the animal fries, and it was good, but I mean, I'm sure if you have it all the time, it's like no big deal, but it was cool. And then we got the in and out shirts and the hats and all that.
Mhm.
What else did we get? We really didn't go out to eat. We were gonna go to the Golden Steer. Have you heard of that? Like a really
Yeah, I've
expensive.
heard of that.
We were
Yeah,
gonna
how
go to
are the
that.
prices out there? Was everything really
Yeah,
expensive or?
everything was. Like Circus had a little food court. They had a Popeyes and a little Chinese like mall food court style restaurant.
Mhm.
And we had Popeyes in that Chinese place. Um on Friday, which was the day before we left, we went to this restaurant out in Mount Charleston, out by Mount Charleston, and they had a big ass $150 tomahawk steak, and me and my
Mm,
dad split that.
right on.
And we couldn't eat all of it, obviously, so we took it to go. We got back to the hotel room. We were like, we don't have any way to heat this up. So we go to Walmart, buy a $25 air fryer. And I'm kind of getting out of timeline order, but this is pretty funny. So we get the steak, we get the air fryer. It was Friday night. We had to leave early Saturday morning, and like 7 a.m. was the flight, so we had to get to the airport at like 5. So we just planned on staying up all night. We went down to the casino and gambled for all night pretty much. We got back up to the room at like 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, "Oh shit, we got to eat that steak." So like 4:30 in the morning, we throw the steak in the air fryer. Didn't have any forks or anything. We had plastic spoons. So we're just like eating the steak with our bare hands like animals right before we have to leave. We just left the air fryer there. I had a bottle of Crown Apple. I just left that in the
Yeah.
fridge because I couldn't take it with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, I forgot to mention we went to Walmart. The very first day we got there, we went to Walmart and got like groceries and stuff. Because eating out there is like really expensive. And I mean,
Mm.
we could have ate out every day, but we just went to Walmart and got some stuff like peanut butter jellies and milk and stuff like that. So we had like breakfast covered, and then we just went out for lunch. But yeah, In and Out and that big steak. And then that Billson Arms, that pump action, and that I don't
Yeah.
understand why people are hating on that so much. I think they don't realize what it's for. And I put it in the
Okay.
title. It's like perfect for canted optics. That's what
Mm.
it's good for. And
Yeah.
everyone in the comments, it's got like 2,000 comments. They're like, "Oh, I don't understand why you would ever need to tilt your rifle." Which it's like,
There's
dude,
a lot of times when
it's
you
in
need.
the title. But so yeah, half of the people understood it, half of the people didn't understand it, and then the other half of the people they were just making fun of the guy for having a Cajun accent. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
dude. But I thought it
Yeah.
was cool. I like the pump action. That's a pretty unique thing
I liked
where
it
like
too.
if you're doing this and you have a jam, instead of taking your hand off the thing to pull the charging handle, you just and you're done. So
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. It's definitely innovative. They are a bit pricey. I think they're like 1,700 bucks
Hmm.
for a complete rifle, which I don't know. I thought it was cool. I
And it's not like a really like a pump action
Yeah,
AR.
that a lot of people
It's
didn't
just
understand that
it's
either.
charging. So it is a semi-automatic rifle, but to charge it is like a
Yeah.
pump action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a lot of people from Australia were commenting like if they made that in a semi-auto or not a semi-auto, but a pump action only, so just remove the gas block, you could have a pump action only, and then you've opened your doors to a complete other market in Australia because they
Well,
can't have
and risk and
and other
restricted
yep,
states,
yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I need to reach out to them and see if they have thought about doing that because I mean, you could open up the doors to if you could get a contract with Australia or I don't know, not really a contract, but if you could import into Australia a pump action only because there's another company I think that makes a pump action AR-10 that's like actually pump action. They hunt hogs and stuff down there, whatever they hunt down there. Like you can have guns in Australia, you just have to, I don't really know all the laws, so I'm not going to get into it. But they said you can have like certain guns.
Certain guns, maybe certain areas, stuff
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
but
That pump action, let me tell you something. You're out there, you're doing things, you're caught up in the scene, and then now you got to charge your weapon. Sometimes you got to drop that weapon from the
yeah,
shoulder,
especially
and
with an AR where you have to pull
yeah,
that charging handle, you have to like physically do that. Or
yeah,
I mean, you probably could hold it in your shoulder, but it'd be awkward. So you could and you're done.
yeah, and your finger's still on the trigger while you're in action like that. That's
Yeah,
great. Yeah.
definitely.
Hmm.
And then it does have a lock on the actual charging handle, so I mean, you're not going to accidentally rack around in or like pull yourself out of battery. So there's a button
Yeah.
that you have to push for it to actuate. But yeah,
Awesome.
I thought that was really cool. And then we checked out that Centis, that 3D printed suppressors, and that 3D printed G36 rifle. That was really cool. Didn't really get a bunch of coverage, which it was the coolest thing for me. Of course, I didn't get to see like 90% of the stuff there. And then Adam's Arms, I'm a big Adam's Arms guy, and they were there under new ownership, so it was cool. Actually got a patch from them,
Hmm. And you could
Adam's
still get
Arms.
parts and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my main concern, which I mean, you're really not gonna have a part break on those. I've had to order screws, like handguard screws and stuff from them, but
Yeah.
Adam's Arms is back, baby.
You got that right.
So, yeah, that trying to think. I all my SHOT Show videos are in a playlist if anybody wants to watch them. But yeah, it was cool. It was a lot all at once. Like you really almost need a full week to see everything. Oh, we went to Jaguar Silencers.
Hmm.
I don't have the silencer around right now, but we got to talk to them. I did the interview with them. Um, seems to be like a father-son style company, I guess. Well,
Yeah.
it's probably a bigger company, but the dad and the son were there, and the dad was in a meeting, but the son was like really knowledgeable. He's probably about my age, I would say, maybe a little bit younger. But yeah, he's really knowledgeable. He knew what he was talking about, and pretty cool stuff over there. What else? Oh, you know Mark Serbu?
Yeah, I do.
He was there. I didn't want to like take a picture with like any famous people, but
Yeah, I
um
don't blame.
I talked to him for a little bit, and I saw Forgotten Weapons, Ian McCulloch or whatever.
Hmm.
I saw him just like in passing, but I didn't say hi or anything. I saw a couple other like big YouTubers. Um, but yeah, overall, I mean, it was a pretty cool experience. It'd definitely be awesome to go with you guys instead of my dad next year, because
Yeah, yeah. I think we should do that. We should all meet up there, kind of like how we have
we
planned.
could
And
go in on a room. I mean, if all five of us go. I don't really know if they charge like per person per night or whatever. It might, I don't know, but we'll figure something out. We could get an Airbnb or something like that and go in on it together. Especially
yeah,
if we book
Airbnb.
early, like if 4 or 5 months early, we could get it cheaper than maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely can. You can get it a lot cheaper.
But yeah, we
And
could, that would be awesome to go in on an Airbnb and then we rent like a minivan because a rental van for the week would be like 350 bucks, 400 bucks. So, I mean, 100 bucks a piece maybe.
yeah,
And
that's,
then the Airbnb probably for a whole week, probably like I know in Alabama, right on the beach, it was like 2,500. So we'll have to see if everyone's about it. And but I'm definitely about it. If we could all get together and do that, it'd be awesome. I went to the gun store the day after I got home and bought that little CZ 600 trail. I shot that
Hmm.
today too. I don't think I got it on video though. I just wanted to get it like roughly sighted in. But yeah, that was fun. I went to the range today, shot a bunch of stuff, filmed a bunch of videos. I gotta edit all of those probably tomorrow. Man, I was really hoping freaking at least one of the guys would
Right?
join up by
It just
now.
doesn't feel right. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
Yeah.
I wanted all them to hear the shot show experience. What have
Yeah.
what have you been up to? Anything new? Any new builds or anything like that in the works?
I haven't been up to much really. I just bought I forget what that Glock lower, what is it? The
The
SCT?
SCT? Yeah.
SCT lower 19. Bought that. And then I have a Gen 5 slide.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm gonna buy a Gen 3 slide or if I'm gonna open up the channel for the Gen 5 slide to fit on a Gen 3, because you do have to change the guide rod spring because the
What?
Gen 5 guide rod spring is a lot wider, and then that channel is also a lot skinnier on the Gen 3 because where the guide
Yeah.
rod goes into the front of the slide is a lot wider that holds the
Yeah.
guide rod housing.
I was actually thinking it was the other way around though. Strike Industries makes that little plate to where you can put a Gen 3 on a Gen 5 frame.
Yep, other
But
way
you're
around.
doing the other way around.
The other way around. Yeah. But I might just buy a whole new slide and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you can get
I'm gonna see if
Gen 3
I
stuff
got to
pretty
do the
cheap.
paperwork on it Monday, tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go down there and see what's up with that. You know what I mean?
Is there a
Some
waiting
stuff
period for
happened
that still?
over. Yeah, 10 days.
Okay.
10 days.
Man, that
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm. It does suck. So, and then actually, to be honest, when I go there, I'm gonna see if I'm even allowed to even buy that here
Yeah.
because as far as I know, after the assault ban in Washington State, we wasn't supposed to buy any pieces, like even a complete lower, even a handgun. So, but when I went on
Yeah.
sportsmans.com, when I where I went to buy it at, usually if you do try to buy something that is restricted in Washington State, the red letters will come up and say, "Hey, we can't send this to you."
Hmm.
So, but when I did order that, it didn't come up and the order went through. So I'm guessing maybe I'll be allowed to get it. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. I'll let you guys
Yeah,
know.
hopefully.
Yeah. Other than that, not much. Not much at all. Just kind of kicking back. Got some family that came into town last night, so they're staying with us for a couple of days.
Oh, that's
Uh,
nice.
it's gonna be kind of hard to make some videos, but I know I got to
Yeah.
knock some. You know what I mean? I got some products I got to do. Uh, yeah, so I got to get around to that. I'll probably try to knock some out after this here. Other than that, man, been good. Family's been good. Stuff like that. Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
freaking this year I'm hoping I can get enough money saved up off the YouTube to make a down payment on some property and get going on that.
yep.
That's my
Oh,
goal
oh,
for
and Justin turned in
2025.
his eligibility for monetization.
Yeah, oh yeah. Wish he
So
was here to talk about that,
crossed
but
for him.
Justin,
Yeah, crossed on that, man. I hope he comes through with that.
yep. And everybody, he's not crossed the finish line yet. He still needs 1,000 additional hours to get
Hmm.
full monetization. So definitely still watch his videos, watch
Yep.
Silver and Black's videos, and all of our videos, honestly, but definitely trying to get Silver and Black monetized. And then
Hmm.
Surge, I'm not sure if he's fully monetized yet, but definitely try to get him monetized too this year.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing is the watch hours, honestly. Like if you do like pretty well on the shorts, you can get to 3,000 either the 3,000 or the 3 million views within 90 days. Like that's the 90 days is the kicker because 3,000 hours for the 4,000 hours you get a whole year, but for the 3,000 you only got 90 days. So
Hmm.
That's really hard to do, but Justin got it. I mean, it's the full videos. If you title them right and you do the right descriptions, you can get a lot of views. Sometimes the algorithm just gets in your favor on some of them. It's just I'm not gonna claim I know everything about it because I don't, but some of those some of the videos Eyes and Ears does that they just get crazy views and it's just like home invasion or uh
Yeah, people like that.
what's that one
Hmm.
what's that one he did that got like 100,000 views?
Uh, it wasn't it home invade. Oh no, it was a. Was it grab three guns and run?
I think it might have been. Oh, we gotta congratulate Eyes and Ears on 6,000.
Yeah, congratulations to Eyes and Ears Tactical on 6,000 subscribers. Right on, man.
And he doesn't do a whole lot of
Oh,
shorts.
no, no, he doesn't.
So all of his shorts are like food and firearms, and then I mean he does a couple shorts here and there, but his main thing is the full length videos, which those pay a lot more than per thousand views anyway. They pay a lot more than the shorts.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, his five firearms all law-abiding citizens should own.
Oh,
93,000 views.
yeah.
And then he's got another one, three firearms you should buy for the election, 27,000. Yeah, I bet he made a pretty decent chunk off of that five firearms video.
Yeah, yeah, but doesn't it have to hit like all in like a certain timeline?
No, it'll just keep like making money.
Okay.
All right, hopefully that is right. But yeah, Eyes and Ears Tactical, everyone. One of the hosts, 6.04 thousand. He's killing it with the full length videos, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he's killing it, man. Great content, great content.
Yep.
And his subscribers they like that. Just like me. I like his videos. I'm into him. I like
Yeah.
to listen. Yeah.
I like this challenge that he did too, the one caliber two guns.
Oh yeah. Yep,
That
I got
makes
to
you
do.
think a little bit. I
It
mean, I'd
does.
probably go with the 22 also, just because, I mean, if you had one caliber and two guns, the only other option really is a 9 millimeter pistol and a AR-9, which
Hmm.
that would work too, but
Hmm.
then you're talking more weight, especially if the scenario, I think,
Well, it's probably what I'm gonna go with.
yeah, 9 millimeter.
But I mean, man, you cannot beat your 22 cartridge.
Yeah,
It.
a 9 millimeter would be good too, like a 16-inch 9 millimeter rifle and
Hmm.
a Glock. That would
Hmm.
be good. Or
Yeah.
even a shorter 10.5 inch AR-9.
Yeah.
You can still probably get the job done.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shit. You get the job done with a handgun.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Out to 100 yards.
I like that new. He just got that new ZPAP 92 also. That thing's pretty cool.
That's beautiful. Ninja, I like me a Z-Pap better than a Draco.
Yeah,
I just do not like the Draco foregrip.
I
Can't.
like the muzzle device. I got the ZPAP 85.
Now,
Eh,
Johnny Snow, okay, his foregrips on his Dracos, oh man,
Type that
best.
in. Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, he's got this all gold one too. My goodness. Yeah, but he gets his all special made, and a lot of them are Kalishnikov
Hmm.
wood. Don't make any more. Yeah, his shit is top notch, man. He's a good guy too. He's actually a good dude.
Yeah, I'm not really a huge AK guy. I like
Mm-mm.
the ZPAP 85 because it's 5.56.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like getting a 7.62, it's like then I gotta buy more ammo for that and magazines and everything
So
else.
expensive and heavy, and
Yeah.
I mean it's not really expensive, but it's still like damn near 60 cents a round.
Yeah, but when you're already buying 1,000 rounds of 5.56 at a time, and then you want to shoot
Mm.
your AK, you gotta buy another. You don't have to buy 1,000 rounds, but I like to buy in bulk.
I think there's a spot for it in your arsenal. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? The
definitely. And
whole
I,
way
I
around, man.
I may get one in the future. I just want to get like I don't really know honestly, but I like the ZPAP 85 for now, the 5.56 AK.
Yeah.
And if 5.45 was still like easy to get, I would probably get one of those, but can't hardly find that ammo anymore. And if you do, it's expensive.
Hmm. Yeah. I still got to put together that PPS
Oh
40,
yeah.
yeah, the PPSK 43.
I
That's
thought
gonna
about
be.
doing one of those.
Hmm. I think it's awesome looking, man.
Yeah, those parts get... Here's what I've been thinking about. Um, I want to get my FFL. I talked to a lady down at SHOT Show and I want to do I think it'd be cool to do like get my FFL and do drop shipping. So I really wouldn't have to hold any inventory. I could just have a site set up, and if I get the search engine optimization right, I could probably do pretty well. I thought about doing that, doing drop shipping, so I wouldn't have to hold any inventory. And then also, if I got my manufacturer's license, I could make um, I could make guns legally. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The full auto stuff, I really probably wouldn't even be able to show on YouTube. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't get monetized. But I could maybe just do videos on that on my second channel. But
Yeah.
it'd still be cool to do because I've always wanted to do that, and legally it'd be better than doing it illegally.
Yeah, I think that is definitely something that I know you've been looking into it, so I think you should kind of keep on going with that, man. Get your
Yeah.
FFL. And there's five, six, seven different ones you can get.
Yeah.
So figure out which one you want. Yep.
And then, I mean, eventually, so I do the drop shipping, save up all the money if I make a lot of money off of it, which I don't know if I will or not, but with me not having any like to carry any inventory, I could really like not have to put up a whole bunch of money and just be all
Hmm.
profit, but make build up enough money off of that to get some manufacturing equipment like a lathe or a mill. I don't know if I'd be able to swing like a CNC machine, but that'd be cool too.
Hmm.
But I could, like, if I had my manufacturers, I could manufacture my own brand of suppressors or my own rifles or whatever and market those.
Hmm.
So I don't know. We'll have to see. That's probably a 5 year plan or maybe even a 10 year plan. But
Yeah.
that would be cool to get started doing.
Yeah. I wanted to start doing some different little new things too. I don't know if you've been on Mighty Guns channel lately, but he's
Hmm.
been posters,
Yeah, the holsters. That's a good business to get into also.
and he's doing a lot of 3D printing too.
Hmm.
But I was looking at that little holster gig, and there's not much you need. Most of the stuff I already have.
Yeah, you need the material obviously and then the vacuum forming, which
Mm-hmm.
you could make a rudimentary setup with just a wood box and like a sheet of plastic and a vacuum.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Or I
yeah.
think you need some heat in there too, maybe like a heat press. I don't know exactly how it works, but
Heat press. I already
yeah.
got three of those. So
Yeah.
yeah, just a normal heat press. Yeah,
Yep. And
and
then for the guns,
a little
I
soft.
I think he just uses actual guns and then just tapes like little blocks to them so you have room for it to go in. But yeah, that'd
Mm-hmm.
be an easy thing to get started into. And
Yeah.
also, um, Tacticon has that 2A Pro. I don't know if you've seen anything on that, where basically, I don't know how legit it is. They say you make 10 grand in your first 10 days or whatever.
Oh, I've seen that. I get those emails once in a
Yeah.
while. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I've been kind of hesitant on signing up for that. Um, but basically what they do is they'll build you out a site they'll give you access to private label all of their like plate carriers, body armor, stuff like that. You can just put your own logo on it and sell it as your own.
Hmm.
Um, so I thought about maybe doing that, but it's like, how many people are going to buy a 2A Ninja branded holster or plate carrier? I mean, I'm sure a few people would, but um, I also thought about not rebranding, but making a separate brand if I was going to start like my own online gun store or something, make it something similar to like maybe Ninja Firearms or Ninja something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just make it something
I like
completely
that.
different, but
I get what you're saying. I like that.
keeping the YouTube business separate from the FFL gun business. Just make them two
Mm.
separate LLCs or whatever. So
Yep.
I
So
don't
now you're
know.
gonna have two different tax forms.
Yeah. Well, then I could I could kind of work the system a little bit and say, hey, this company A sponsored company B, so I
Mm.
mean, I could write off things, but I don't know.
Well,
Tax
I think
time's
the most
coming up.
important thing, yeah, tax time is coming up. I'm a little stressed out about that,
Yeah,
man, you
with
know?
you do a lot of
Yeah. 1099, you know?
1099 stuff.
Yeah, 1099 stuff and a lot of different names. But the like I was gonna tell you, the best thing to do is even though it is a lot of different names and stuff like
Hmm.
that, have your money going into one spot.
Yeah.
Like I run it through Square all the
Hmm.
time. Because Square has tap pay, all that stuff, credit card over the phone, everything. So I
Yeah.
always use Square. So if I do a 1099 and all that stuff comes, I know it's at one deal. I don't have to go to Bank of America. I don't have to go to PayPal. I don't have to do all this stuff. And then I also sold some Tesla stock last year, so I have
Yeah.
to put it on there.
Man.
So yeah, and I do my taxes myself. I do them for me and my wife. So yeah, I'm a little stressed out about that because I know it's just a hassle, but we'll get it done.
Yeah. With my YouTube business, I already did my personal taxes through my actual job, which I mean I only have one stream of income through my job on that side. So
Hmm.
basically three kids, child tax credit pretty much pays for all of my taxes that I would have to pay. So instead of having money taken out of my check,
Hmm.
I don't pay any federal taxes and I still get $1,000 back at the end of the year.
Good,
So,
good.
I mean, that works. It's either that or make $500 less per check and get, 8 or 10 grand back at the end of the year. So it works out either way. I'd rather have more money each paycheck so I could do things with that. But
Hmm.
um,
And save your tax write-offs. Everything you
yep,
spend on your business and all that stuff is tax deductible. So save
yep,
your receipts.
definitely. And
Always
it's
keep them in a file. Yeah. So that's where
especially
I'm at. I got to
in
come up with stuff I bought for the
mhm.
business.
In this business, like the YouTube business, a gun that I buy for a video is deductible.
Yep.
Camera equipment, the money that I spent on the Zoom, the money that I spent on the Opus,
Hmm.
all that I can write off, which really I'm going to be taking a loss, but I don't really look at it that way because uh, obviously I'm putting my own money that I make from my job into the business, the
Hmm.
channel.
The first year or two is a loss expected from a
Yeah,
startup bit.
yeah.
Not unless, I mean, you just hit the ground running. But usually your first year and two, they expect a loss because you're just starting your business. You're just
Mhm.
getting together your clientele. It takes a little while.
So, the first year of YouTube, which I got monetized in May, and
Hmm.
then so the YouTube money goes into the business account and the patch money goes into the business account. And then I've made like 4 grand maybe. It's not much, but I mean, so I bought the
It helps.
platypus on my business credit card. I bought a few other things on the business credit card for the business, so it's pretty much going to be a loss, so I shouldn't have to pay any taxes. Um, so yeah, next year hopefully we'll make a lot more, and I'll probably just buy a bunch of shit so I can write it off and not have to
Yeah.
pay taxes again, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
Fill up those junk
If I got
drawers.
to pay a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad, he does construction. He makes a lot, pretty good amount of money, and then he'll buy stuff and write it off. So
Well, that's
it,
why people, when it gets close to the end of the year,
yeah,
they start
buy a
buying things.
vehicle or,
Yeah, or whatever. Yep.
yeah, and
And then also, okay, 2A Ninja LLC. Right now, you're in your office,
yeah.
so you can also deduct that too. That you because okay, you're paying your rent, but part of it is your square footage of your office. So then you would divide your rent into the square footage of your office, and then you can deduct that too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, you sure can.
I'm sure internet, I won't have to deduct that much. I mean, that would be on paper, that would be me taking a crazy loss, consider I only made $4,000. But
Yeah,
um, yeah, maybe next year we'll see about see how much money I make next year. Hopefully, it's a lot more than four thousand
yeah,
dollars.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully by next year you'll be over 100K.
Oh man, I really hope so. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to buy my land. Now, with the land deal, I don't want to buy it in the business's name because then, like, say somebody sued me for whatever bullshit reason, the
Mm-hmm.
land is the business's name. They could come after that
Yes,
theoretically.
yes, sir.
So I buy the land in my name and lease it to the even if I make enough money to where I have to do that, lease it to the company for whatever filming space or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's kind of the goal for short-term goal is to get land, and then the long-term goal is to start some kind of online gun store or get starting in like manufacturing my own stuff.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really want to be able to not have to work at my job because I freaking I don't like working there. I mean, it's good money and it's easy, but I would rather not do that. Not be a slave to the 9 to 5.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't one bit. Yeah. It's for me. It's hard to work for somebody else. I mean, it's not hard. You know what I mean? I've done it when I was in my younger days,
Hmm.
but I don't know, Ninja. I just don't like being told what to do. Kind of weird,
Yeah,
I don't know. And I don't like being told when to be there and when to leave and can't have a break. And
definitely.
I don't know, man. I like to do my own thing. I'm on when I'm on. I'm off when I'm off. You know, done.
Yeah. But you do have to hustle 10 times harder, it seems like, but then at the same time, it's worth it in the end because you
Yeah.
ultimately have more freedom, it seems like.
You have a little bit more freedom, and then after a little while, you can have people working for you. Say for instance, right now, you can get your lawn maintenance business.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to start a lawn business. Okay, half of the stuff you probably already got.
Yep. That's what I
You know,
did when I was a kid.
yeah, yeah. So then you start a business and you start doing it yourself. Start doing a good job. Get referrals. Start buying yourself a little better equipment. You know, and then you can go to Home Depot and there's people sitting right there as soon as you turn in
Yep.
that got turned down from labor ready and they want
They're
a
ready to
job.
go.
And you know them, man, they're good workers. You know what
Pay
I
them
mean?
cash.
Good people, they show up. Yep. And you pay them cash. And then, you're insured. Get your insurance for your business. Let them drive around that little beater truck with that equipment in there. Hey, call me when you get there. Call me when you're done. See you when you get
Yeah.
off. And then you accept all the payments into your account, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was probably like from 8 to 13 or 14. Me and my buddy had our little lawn business, and We were making
Hmm.
like pretty for our age, we were making good money.
Yeah.
And I really didn't want to do it anymore, but he still to this day he still cuts grass. He has like 30 something 40 yards that he does. But he also
Yeah.
has a regular job too.
Yeah. The good thing about residential businesses like that is you do a good job there. The neighbor sees you across the street and says, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'm on mine." Then the next thing you know, you're doing that whole neighborhood.
Yep, because I started with a push mower and a weed eater.
Man,
And
I started with a push mower and a gallon of gas right on top of that mower walking, man, when I was
yeah.
young. Sure
And
did.
eventually we got a little rider.
Hmm.
We had the rider, a little trailer, threw the push mower and the weed eater and the gas and all that in the trailer.
Hmm.
We had like shit, we probably had like 20 yards at that time.
Yeah.
And we just riding around town on the mower cutting grass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's a good note to end it on.
All right.
Getting
Yeah.
pretty late.
Yeah. I gotta go have dinner, man. I haven't had dinner yet.
Yeah. But good talking to you. Wish we could have had the whole team here, but it's good
Yeah.
to recap on SHOT Show and then also the future plans for the 2A Ninja, or for me anyway. But yeah.
Yeah.
Um check out the patches linked in the video, guys. SC14, the best gun cleaner on the face of this earth. Mantis. We have I'll have the links for all the Mantis, the SC14, the patches,
Mm.
everything will be in the description. And I guess there's only one more thing left to do.
That's it, man. Hey, we appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. And you guys already know the deal. If you like the video, like the video. If you ain't subscribed to the 2A Team's channels, well, damn, subscribe to our channels, man. And with that being said, we'll see you all on the next one.